Hey everyone, so today we're going to talk about the Haunted Carousel. This video is for first violins, and before we get to that, we're going to warm up with some one octave scales. So let's do G major, slow long bows, and one octave. So from the low open string. And now we're going to do D major one octave. So start from open D this time. You want to go slowly and do your scales every time after you tune your instrument. But now let's talk a little bit about the Haunted Carousel. So there are a lot of weird accidentals in this one, a lot of high threes, right? We have a D sharp, G sharp, and things like that. And we've talked about using the buddy system, which means that your fingers are really close together. So for three, high three, your fingers are really close to your pinky. So practice finding your pinky. There's your pinky, and now put your third finger right next to it, lift your pinky, and there's your D sharp. So there's your high three. Now make sure to do that on multiple strings. It'll really help you. So for example, on the D string, how to find your G sharp, same thing. So your fourth finger, put your third finger there right next to it, lift your fourth finger, and there's your high three on that string. So yeah, practice finding the buddy system, and also practice this piece in sections. There are 3 tempo changes before it goes back to the tempo 1, which is the first tempo at 63. But I'm going to play the whole thing so you guys can play along. So here we go. Starting from measure 5. So that's it. Another thing is make sure to find which open E's to play and which fourth finger E's to play. So if you have a lot of notes on the E string, for example, measure 27 through 29, you want to play open E. But if you have a melody, like the beginning, measure 5 through 7, where most of the notes are on the A string. You really want to practice your fourth finger so that the open E doesn't stick out. So I just decided to write in all the different open E's and fourth finger E's. Feel free to listen to what I've just played and take the fingering from that as well. But that's it. Happy practicing. Hey everyone, so today we're going to be talking about the Haunted Carousel for Violin 2. And before we do that, we're going to start with some warm-up scales. So let's do the 1 octave G major scale. So as usual, whenever you play scales, you want to go as slow as you can with nice long bows, and just be patient and listen to your intonation. So besides the G major scale, you can also do a D major one. So that's the same thing, starting on open D. So that's it for warm-ups, and now let's go to the Haunted Carousel. Before I play the whole thing for you guys so you can play along, really practice this in sections with the metronome. At the beginning you have 1/12 quarter equals 1/12, but then at 21 it goes to 120. At measure 47 it's even a little faster before it goes back to the first tempo at 1/12, which is measure 63. Something else that you want to pay attention to are the accidentals in this piece. So look at measure 3 and 4, those D sharps. That's a low 1, right? So that's right underneath the first finger. So how to find that? That's a good question. Find your E first on the D string, right? And then you're gonna just move your finger down, so away from you, a half step. And to find the E again, you're gonna move it up towards you, a half step again. So it's a lot easier to play the D sharp on the D string than on the G string with your fourth finger high up. Something else that you want to look at is the G sharp at 79. Luckily, the note before that is the fourth finger A, and the G sharp is again just the buddy system right next to it. So find your A fourth finger. And then just put your third finger right next to it, the buddy system. Lift your fourth finger, and there's your G sharp. Okay, so let's start from the top. that's it. Happy practicing.